everybody, it's Bernie here from Stamp and Eat. Welcome to another Friday card making session with me. It's so great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. And I thought this morning that I would show you a very simple card. I had a few scraps hanging around and I'm going to be making some thank you cards for the ladies that are coming on retreat. And I wanted something that is just quick and easy, because if you're making a lot of cards at the same time, you really don't want to be focusing on a very intricate project, unless that's something you really want to do. But I thought, let me find something that will look striking and that will be a representation of who I am as a person. And I love elegant things. I love things that are simple but really elegant. And I came up with this. It's not hard. So let me show you how I achieved this with some simple shapes and putting color combinations together that you might not necessarily think of. Now these papers are pulled from the teacup suite in our annual catalog, but I thought for today's card that I might just use some of the free celebration paper that is still, well, hopefully still available while stocks last. And I'm going to feature the Rings of Love paper. So this is what it looks like on the one side, and this is what it looks like on the other. And this paper is amazing. I do need to start finding some projects to use the rest of this, but isn't that stunning? And then it's got birdies. Let me turn them on the other side. It's got birdies on the other side. And you can actually see, I'll tag this at the beginning. You can actually see or tag this right here. If you look up at the top right hand corner, I will pop a link to my unboxing video on where I actually show you what this paper looks like, sheet by sheet. So for today's card, I thought let's do something different. So I'm making a square card. And it's 5 inches by 10, scored at 5. And then the white that I'm going to use, I cut that at about 4 7/8 inches square, and then I took it up to that'll be 4/16. I took it to 5, 7 and 4 and 15/16 for the base. And I'm using the Parakeet Party because I wanted to do just a little bit contrast, like I did here with the purple, with the Highland Heather. So I cut out using my layering circle dies. If you don't have layering circle dies, you can use punches. You don't even have to use, you can just use a circular object like something like this, but obviously just using the base. Teacups, you can use circular objects like this. If you don't, just using the base. So this is sort of a project that you can use anything that you have around if you don't have dies. But if you do happen to have circular dies, I would highly recommend you use it for this project. And I've used these 3 different shapes. So you really are wanting 3 shapes that are not necessarily nesting shapes, but that will give you a nice differentiation of your paper. And I've gone ahead and I have cut those out of the different papers. So I wanted the bold floral paper to be my focus, and then I took the next size up and I've made that the blue, and then I brought in some of that teacup boutique paper, which has got the teacups on the one side, and it's got sort of the starry sky orchid oasis-y color, and I thought I would bring that in. So this is very similar. I don't know if any of you watching are quilters, but the concept behind it is very similar to when you are choosing fabric for your quilting projects. And here we go again with my glue. It's like, seriously guys, there we go. It's like they just decide ahead of time before I go on camera that they're not going to work properly. So when you're choosing fabric, if you are a quilter, you will understand the need for shading, and you will also understand the need for different textures. And this is exactly what I wanted to achieve with this card. And with this one, I'm going to pop it onto my dimensionals just to add a little bit of interest to the height. This is seriously such a fast card to put together, which is why I've opted to use it as my thank you card for the ladies attending my retreat. And I didn't actually bring my blurb details. That is happening on the 30th of September. So if you haven't yet booked for that, I would highly recommend that you do. All right, now I need to decide. I'm putting this onto Parakeet Party. So let's just pop that there. In fact, I'm going to glue it on. No, I won't for now. I just want to stamp first. So I've got Parakeet Party in the background, pulling through a bit of the green over there. Do I go with the green twine, or do I stick with the red twine? I think I'm going to go with the red again. Then if I've got red, do I stamp in red? I think that's going to be too much. Or do I go with Orchid Oasis? Or do I go with Starry Sky? Or do I go with Parakeet Party? Whoops, my apologies. Sorry about that. I dropped the ink pad and then it all went haywire. Or do I go with the green? Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis. Or do I go with Mint Macaron? I honestly can't make up my mind. There's even some pink in there, which is Petal Pink. Choices. Choices. I am going to do something different. Let's do Petal Pink. Pink, greens, reds. Really good combos together. So I'm just bringing in my foam mat under this because we're going to use a photopolymer. I am using the same Take Care of Yourself from Cup of Tea, and I'm just popping, you may see what I do here with my photopolymer. I just place them on my ink pad and I wait to see when the ink has gone onto the stamp. It seems for me to be the easiest way to do it without over inking. And I'm coming in same spot and I'm just pressing down. With these clear blocks, you can really see when you have inked it. Okay, I like that. It's pulling in the, it sort of looks a bit more orangey, but it is bringing in the colors of those flowers. What do you like? Do you like it? Do you think I should have chosen a different color? I'd love to hear what you think I should do there, should have done there. And when I'm brave enough, I am going to start doing lives. I don't quite feel brave enough yet to do lives. It's not about the recording of it, it's about the technology that's involved in it. There's quite a bit that one has to do, and I don't feel altogether confident about that right at this moment. So that will be fun when I start doing that and I can actually get your opinion. Now I'm going to create a ribbon. So I'm just going to go around 3 times and I'm going to snip it off where it started, like so. And I'm just going to, I like to twist it just to give it a bit of interest. And then I'm going to cut off a little bit of extra and come in and tie it in the middle. Now, if you don't like doing your ribbons this way, you can always just do a simple ribbon and do it twice and then attach it with a glue dot. So that's just going to go in the middle, like so. Perfect. And I'm just bringing these little strands, opening them up, bringing these guys through, And once I'm happy with that, then I'm going to use my glue dot and I'm going to attach it where they join. So picking that up with my ribbon, and I think this time I'm going to pop it there. Now you'll see we've got these straggly bits here, so I'm just going to snip those shorter, and I'm snipping these shorter. I like to do them at an angle just so that they look prettier. And the last thing we need to do is pop it on there. You could, I don't think I did it with my original, you could of course put dimensionals on there too, if you, and check the orientation of your card that it's going up the right way, and eyeball it in the middle, and there you have a quick and simple card. I really love how these colors have come together. What do you think? Which is your favorite? Do you like the yellows, reds and purples? Or do you prefer the blues and the greens and the pinks? So that's just a very, very easy card if you are going to have scraps left over from projects and you don't quite know what to do with them. The other thing is you can always use rectangles, you can use squares, but it's such an effective card. And I'm just looking at this and I really love how that green just pulls those colors together. So have a play with colors this weekend, have a play with your offcuts, and pop a comment and tell me what color you would have chosen for this ink. Should I have gone with a bolder color perhaps, or would you have gone with the same color as what I have? And I just want to continue to say there are lots of projects on my blog, so do go and have a look. And if you haven't already joined my Facebook page, follow me there, Instagram as well. I'm always adding content every single week. There's new content there, ideas, there tips. And if you haven't joined my newsletter, you can sign up on my blog and you will receive a free tutorial of mine of one of the cards I have designed. So please go ahead and sign. There's no spamming. There's always tips and techniques. There's always a free card sample in there that you can copy and share from me. And yeah, I always give my newsletter subscribers early options on things that are happening ahead of the public. So I hope to see you join my subscription list and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have fun with your card making. And remember, until we meet again, stamp, eat, sleep, repeat.